If I proposed you a superfood, how would do you dwell much longer? Would you be concerned? Natural, it reduces the chances of weakening cardiac attacks and strokes as lifetime long diseases such as kind 2 diabetic. And it helps hold your way, bloodstream blood pressure and cholesterol levels downward. I should refer it's inexpensive and wide accessible in the superstore. Fiber, it's not the sexiest item in the planet, but a main research has been studying how lot fiber we very requirement to be consuming and found down there are enormous public health benefits. It's so named for break lock, but its public health benefits are a lot more extensive rather than how. The researchers, at the College of Otago, in New Zealand, and the College of Dundee say human beings should be consuming a minimal of 25 grams of fiber per day. But they urge the inappropriate sum for increasing public health and say down there are benefits for enterprising history 30 grams, 10 unce. So, a plantain on its own weighs on 120 gram but how's not clean fiber. Stripe out all else consisting all the nature sugars and water supply, and thou re leftward in just on 3 grams of fiber. Largest human beings about the planet are consuming less than rather than 20 grams of fiber a day. And in the UK, less rather than 1 in 10 adults food 30 grams of fiber every day. On ordinary, female absorb on 17 gram, and men 21 gram, a day. You discover it in harvest and vegetable culture, several lunch cereal grains, breads and paste how use entire grains, pulses such as beans, lentils and chickpeas, as crazy and oilseed. Elaine Race, a prof of food at Auckland College of Technique, has put along the sample for receive in the 25-30 gram camping, but she says, it is not lightweight to growth fiber in the dietary. Professor Cummings agrees. It's a big changing for human beings, he says. It's rather a problem. They involve, it suggests if you displaced 1,000 human beings of a low fiber dietary, less than rather than 15 gram, to a top fiber 29 gram, later it would hinder 13 deaths and 6 cases of cardiac illness. How's for the year of these teaching, that tended to pursue human beings for 1 to 2 many decades. It as well showed reduce levels of kind 2 diabetic and intestine carcinoma as reduce weight, bloodstream blood pressure and cholesterol levels. And the more than fiber human beings ate, the superior. Down there utilized to be a type how fiber didn't do lot at all, how the humane flesh could not overview it and it fair sailed via. But fiber makes a sense complete and affects the way fat is engrossed in the little bowel, and things very be exciting in the big intestines, while yours gut bacteria get to include their lunch. The big intestines are household to billions of bacteria, and fiber is their meal. It's a bit love a brewing plant downward down there, confessedly one you wouldn't wish a PT of, wherever bacteria are fermenting fiber to do a entire loading of chemical substances. The includes brief-chain fat acids, that are engrossed and include effects through the flesh. We include the body set up to overview fiber, that a lot of human beings fair dong tea use really lot, says Professor Cummings. The reality fiber and entire grains and harvest and vegetable culture are wholesome should not go as a surprise party. But down there is anxiety human beings are laid there behind on fiber, in the popular of cheap carb diets. Professor Nita Forohi, of the College of Cambridge, says, we requirement to get severe mention of the research her received information do mean how, although more famous in the society at big, any diet regimes how encourage really cheap carbohydrate diets should believe the prospect price of lacking out on fiber of entire grains. The study confirms how fiber and entire grain intakes are obviously essential for much longer period public health. The research has been made to assist the Planet Public Health Organization go up in formal guidance for how lot fiber human beings should be consuming to increase public health, and they are anticipated following year. One of the offered ways of increase the sum of fiber in yours dietary is to selector of white's loaf to tan or wholemeal. Of the medium 70s to the medium 80s, white's loaf bring down time tan and wholemeal rosa. With later, white's loaf turnover include extended to drop, but tan and wholemeal loaf turnover include been declining for largest of how time, though at a slower bet. So it looks as if common consumer demand for loaf has been declining, a high ratio of loaf sold out has been high fiber.